Sanibonani guys, igama lami uthando wakadlamuka. La ngizotshela ngesizwe esizodlala nje next month. Sishube kakhulu lapho sokhombisa khona ngesithembu nomakoti indlela abaphila ngayo, abahlukumeza osisi basemzini, inkinga ababhekana nazo ukuthi cha asihlushwa amadoda kuphela nabantu besifazane abalindele ukugana njengathi nabo bakhula phezu kwethu.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now isizwesikadlamuka is back. From isincane lengane to isizwesikadlamuka. Did I say udlamini? Isizwesikadlamuka. Well, useyakwazi, they are back once again on our TV screen to annoy us. One thing that I've noticed with the Dlamuka family, everyone is toxic, and you can tell that behavior that Useyakwazi have. He definitely inherited it from the older or previous brothers. No one is a good man in the Dlamuka household. Absolutely no one is a good man there, okay? So, we get to see that isizwesikadlamuka, we're going to see amatwana bakadlamuka and all that good stuff. Well, there is no good stuff, okay? Most likely we are seeing amatwana bakadlamuka and mama ke asika ngababoni noma mama abanka veli as of yet, which is a bit concerning for me. Yay guysini waze wanezingane uDlamuka. Yay angiyazi mina into enjena. So it is said that uDlamuka, we all know ukuthi unabafazi abaningi, and not only unabafazi abaningi, also have many children. Ingane zakhe mase sezihlangene ziyamenza u30. Yay u30 weingane. So one thing that I also get to see with Dlamuka is that he definitely was a street father, you know, a typical Zulu man, I must say. We get to see that his girl children say that they all had to get married, you know. Most of them got married at a really young age, around 17, 18, because Dlamuka really did not wanted anyone to be pregnant unmarried, you know. He wanted to make sure that when you are of age, you are a teenager, you better get married and go and get pregnant while you are married in your house, you know, not in his house. And we also get to see that he spoiled the boy children. All of them are so spoiled. So Useyakwazi is a perfect example. We got to see that Useyakwazi is not the only boy that Dlamuka paid lobola for. So apparently, when you are a boy in the Dlamukas, if you are ready for marriage, it does not matter. You could be ready for marriage at 14. Dlamuka will be like, listen, you are my son, I shall pay lobola for you, okay? And we get to see Umdu. One thing about Umdu, guysini, and one thing that I've seen about Umdu is that he has always been sidelined, you know, from Isengane Lenkane. Every time, whenever he wants to speak his opinion, Dlamuka will just quickly side eye him, and I can tell that he carries that anger. And honestly, if you have been watching Isengane Lenkane from season 1, you would see that Dlamuka would easily dismissed Umdu, never even want to hear his opinion. And now you can tell that the same thing is being done to him by his brothers, you know. No one takes him serious in the Dlamuka household. No one takes Umdu serious. They go as far as talking about the fact that he's unemployed, that he rely on his mom, and should his mom pass, there won't be anything for him. I mean, yes, if he's unemployed and he's an old man, that's absolutely wrong, okay? But sometimes you don't have to put someone down. You have to uplift them, you know? We have to be like, sit them down and be like, listen, do you understand the importance of making your own money? Do you understand the importance of being a man and be a provider and provide for yourself? You know, you have to provide for yourself for a man before you can even provide for other people. You have to be able to provide for yourself first, right? And I don't see anyone trying to help him in terms of, you can just tell that Mdu did not finish school. He definitely does not have matric, right? So what are his opportunities? What is available for him out there? What kind of work can he do, you know? And I honestly do not see anyone trying to assist Mdu in terms of like, what can we do for you then, Mdu? You did not finish school. What can we then do for you, you know? If anything, they are putting him down and down and down. I also see Umdu talking about his pain and his anger about the fact that it seems like all his other brothers were paid lobola for by his father, and no one paid lobola for him. You know, he goes as far as he once cohabited with a girl, and ukepeta and Dlamuka never paid lobola for that girl up until the girl left, you know. And obviously they talk about he ill-treated the girl, which I feel like is just a Dlamuka thing. It's not a siyacela thing, it is a Dlamuka thing, you know what I mean? But also, I know that Umdu is old enough. You cannot be an old man. He's probably approaching 40. You cannot be an old man who is most likely approaching 40 and still be crying about the fact that your father did not pay lobola for you. Like, that's insane, right? But if your father was treating his children unfairly, it affects you. It affects you even as an adult, you know. And I honestly can tell and see a pain in Mdu's eyes. And I can tell how dismissive his brothers are, simply because they got they were favored or they were liked by their father. They were fortunate enough that their father came through for them and paid lobola, so now they have wives simply because their father paid lobola for them. Also, another thing that I get to see is that now they are fighting for the Dlamuka stance, you know, of which is crazy, guys. Like, it's so crazy. I don't know, I am Zulu myself, but I truly believe that as a boy child, when you get married and have a wife, it is a must, it is mandatory that you move out and get your own stance and starts building your own family. Like, I do not understand why Useyakwazi would want to hold on to, this is our home, we ain't going anywhere, this is our home, no one have a right to chase us. It seems like there is someone who is kind of pushing the narrative that they should go, this, that, and the other thing, and they're just like, we are not going anywhere, this is our home, right? But Useyakwazi is a man now, okay? He is a boy, he is way younger than me, I must say that. However, he is a man because he have a wife. He's a man because he have a wife and a child. He needs to start thinking about getting his own house. You get not no, there is no man who have any rights to say that, okay? So he needs to start thinking about getting his own house, getting his own stance, building his own family, and not just Useyakwazi. Everyone else who's a boy there in the Dlamukas. But let me tell you, they are out fighting about the fact that this is their father's house. They will never leave their father's house. Like, it is crazy. And for some reason, I'm not surprised, you know, in most black families, whenever a breadwinner, because we can all tell that Dlamuka was a breadwinner, Dlamuka was that glue that was keeping his family stick together. So in most black families, when a glue passed away, when a glue that keeps the family stick together passed away, the family collapsed. You know, the family collapsed because the family was stick to one another, to this specific glue. So when it happens, or should it happens, that the glue is not sticking anymore because the glue is no more, the family falls apart. And I think that's one thing that we're getting to see within the Dlamukas right now. Also, one thing that I want to tell you is that we're really not seeing much of uthando and Useyakwazi's drama, which, I mean, I can tell it's not their show. When uthando was like, the new show is coming, you all should keep an eye for it, she did told us that the show is gonna be spicy. We're gonna also get to see that you know, they do not only suffer, or they are not only mistreated by their husband, women also mistreat them. You know, women who are waiting to get married, they also mistreat them, you know. And so far, honestly, I would say that I have seen uthando getting really along with her sister-in-laws. I have not seen any drama amongst uthando and the sister-in-laws. The only drama that I have seen and noticed is the drama that is caused within the brothers. They are always fighting each other, even if they share the same mother, because remember, these are half siblings, okay? These are half siblings. All of them, they have the same father, but they do not have the same mom. So they are half siblings. But even those who share the same mom do not get along. And that's the craziest of this all. I'm like, what? You all share the same mother and you still don't get along? Like, that's so crazy. Like, that is the craziest that I've seen. And yeah, guys, I mean, that is isizwesikadlamuka. I think the show was long overdue. I think Mojalove did very well by bringing isizwesikadlamuka. I mean, uDlamuka did introduce us to isencane lengane. If it was not because of uDlamuka getting kids married, we were never gonna know of useyakwazi and uthando. And out of his honor, we deserve to also see the life that he was living. Okay, he have multiple children, and he have a big family, and a messy big family. And you know, sometimes many people who want polygamy, they cry. Their only crier is that they want a big family. Like, I want to be a polygamist because I want a big family. But then you ask yourself, if you are going to get that big family, but you're going to have the messiest big family, the family that don't even get along, the family that cannot even stand one another's guts, what was then the point of making or creating this big family? Because you have to ask yourself that question sometimes. Like, what was the point of creating the big family if the big family cannot stand one another? Oh, Sanna. I can't.
4 years? Like 4 years, it's a long time, honestly. So I totally understand why your mama is not getting it, you know. X says that, listen, even if you owe someone, you know, even if your things are currently hard, like your things are just not coming together, but when you owe someone, you know that you owe someone. You make commitment, and you at least pay 5 rands if you have to. You're like, listen, things right now are really not looking up for me, but I have 5 rand for now. Here, take your 5 rands. You know what I mean? And yeah, he failed to do that, you know, and he does admit that perhaps one of the reason he failed is because he's shy, you know. It's because he's shy, and he cannot face a person, especially when he knows that he's at the wrong, you know. Mama also states that there was a funeral somewhere, they saw each other, he never said anything, this and that. So therefore, X is like, listen, do you have furniture, or the only thing you have is your car? He does say that he does not have furniture. And X is like, so what's the plan? You know, you need to have a plan. You need to tell me a timeline, because you cannot just let your car go simply because you owe 7,800 rands. Like, you cannot, because right now I'm about to take your car, and if you're not telling me like a timeline, it's gonna be like extremely difficult, you know. But also, guys, you know, there are scammers who look innocent. Like, I know, like, as much as I sympathize with him, like I empathize with him, but as much as I empathize with him, I want to also state that he could be a scammer. He could be a scammer, but he is such a sweet, innocent scammer, you know. I mean, there is nothing that is annoying as someone who is a scammer, but they are also rude and all that. You are annoying. You are extremely annoying. Like, there is absolutely no reason for you to be rude because you are a scammer. You know what I mean? But he's such a good, down-to-earth guy. Like, a good, down-to-earth guy. Extremely good. And this just tells you that it's impossible. It's impossible to differentiate if he's a scammer or not. You know, even Umama states that she actually got blocked by him and his wife, you know. And he's like, no, we did not block you. What happened is my wife lost her phone, you know, so therefore we couldn't reach you, you know. X is like, okay, man, listen, let's talk timeline now. Let's talk timeline. Timeline is important. When do you think you can have money? Because the money is needed, you know, you know. And therefore he does say he like, at first he didn't have a plan. Like, at first you could tell that he honestly didn't have a plan. He was like, listen, I'm still gonna make a plan. I'm still gonna see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you, or I'm gonna tell Umama when I have a plan. Like, at first this poor man honestly did not have any plan whatsoever. But because X was there to pressure him, give him the necessary pressure, he ended up saying, listen, maybe in 2 months' time, he will see what he can do, okay? So X is like, listen, if that's the case, we need to get inside the house and we need to graft, you know, we need to graft all the necessary I don't know what the letter that they are writing, but maybe it's an extra of agreement that this is what should be happened. So they say they are giving him a good 2 months. Okay, they are giving him a good 2 months. Umama will hold his car for 2 months, and in these 2 months he will be trying to hustle at least it was at first 7,800 rands, right? And this man is struggling to just come up with 7,800 rands, not when the money got increased to 8,500 rands. I'm like, oh, this is unfair now. Okay, he was barely struggling to come up with 7,800 rands. Now the money has been taken up again. Like, tell me, how is this fair? Tell me, how is it fair? How is this fair? Like, where is the fairness in this whole thing? How is it fair? Just how, it does not look fair at all, like the fairness is not there. But yeah, I mean, they say that by the 1st of December, he has to go and make the payment. And I feel like, honestly speaking, I need to emphasize that I felt sorry for him, and I still do feel sorry for him. Like, it's like I could have just reached out. Even now, I don't know why he did not leave his numbers on TV and says those who are willing and want to help him out, should come forward. I honestly feel like I would have given him at least 1,000 as well, and so that he can try and see, because he did say that he have 1,000 to give Umama, like in that moment, but Umama was like, no, I do not want your 1,000 rands, because I know you have been dealing with you for years and years. You're gonna give me this 1,000 rands and you're never gonna give me the rest. Okay, so what's gonna happen is that I need you to hold the money up until you have it, all of it. Therefore, you come and give it back. Also, to take advantage of a woman is not right. I also feel like the way this guy is so humbled in front of X, perhaps that's not his true character. That's not his true character. He is like perhaps extremely humble because X is there, and as soon as X is gone, we don't know how he is in towards this woman, because this woman was not having mercy towards him at all. And it kind of did appear as if she's heartless, ruthless, this and that. But I did like her closing statement when she said that she has been dealing with this man for 4 years, and nothing has happened, and it's only now that X has managed to solve this whole thing in just 1 day. So I think that just then tells me Uguti, perhaps he's not innocent as he looks, but also, when you are at wrong, when you know that you are wrong and you become humble, like, do you know the beauty of knowing and understanding you're wrong and being humble, than you are wrong and you are rude and arrogant? Like, it's just, it takes the anger into another level, because why are you rude? Like, why are you rude? Why, you know that you're wrong and you're rude? Like, let's make that make sense. Why? Like, is there a need? Is there a necessity in you being rude? No, there is no need, there is no necessity, nothing whatsoever, So I think that's just one thing that touched my heart about this man right here, is that he was extremely humble. He extremely understood that he's at the wrong, and right now you could tell that he didn't have any plan whatsoever. Like, even now, I think as soon as they are gone, it's then that he's gonna just try to see how and where can he get 8,500 rands. I pray that he managed to come up with that kind of amount, because honestly, losing his car, and he did say that even the car is currently not in good condition, and like it's not being driven or it's broken down or whatever, and he really does not even have money to fix the car as well. So like, life has just been extremely hard on him, and yeah, like, Oh, Sana, like, I'm not gonna lie, this episode touched my heart. Like, my heart has been touched, and I don't know how we can rush out to him. I wish we could, all of us, and we all donate what we could. 5 rands, 10 rand can make extremely difference. If maybe, let's say, hundreds of us or donates 10 rands, that's a lot of money, okay? Or maybe 500 of us donates 10 rands towards him. That's still a lot of money. He can still, get half of it and go and pay the mama back, and try just to get his life back in order. So I don't know what you guys think. Did you guys feel sorry for this guy whilst watching? Because I did. I honestly did, and I cannot hide it.